Assalamu alaikum. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Fazal, an associate professor of biomedical sciences. Today I am going to share with you some important tips for a research project. A research project is a trickiest task. You get just 3 to 6 months for a BS project, 6 to 12 months for MS project, and 3 to 4 years to work on a PhD project. And yet it managed to make time slip between your finger in ways you never experience. More often you hear students mention they will need an extension for completion of their research project. If you want to finish your project timely, managing your project is an essential skill. For this, you need some basic project management skills to effectively manage and timely finish your project. In this video, I have identified 7 essential tips that will help you stay on track with your project and focus on what is important. So here is my tip number 1. Identify your research question. Your research question is the core of your work. You need to identify if a task is urgent or not, important or not, to see where its priority lies. To know how important a task is, you need to know how it's related to your research question. At the beginning of your project, identify your research question and related sub-questions. Let these sub-questions be your guides on determining the most important task you need to carry out to come to an answer for your research question and schedule your time accordingly. Here is my tip number 2. Master the literature. You cannot define your research question before you have a good grasp of the literature. Don't neglect your literature review as the cornerstone of your work. Read broadly, deeply, and frequently. Know your classic. Make outline of what you read. It will be better to save the reference of literature you read in MS Word file while using any available reference management software. This will help you to gather information for your thesis. And here is my tip number 3. Learn planning skill. When you know what to do, your research question and its sub-question, and you have the background to do it, the literature, you need to plan your time. Learn how to use calendars and to-do lists to move your work forward. Plan per semester, per week, per day. Don't plan more than 75% of your time. Plan the most important element, the big rocks, first. Leave less important things like email, phone call, admin work to fill the gaps in your planning at the end. Here is my tip number 4. Identify your checkpoints. Add checkpoint to your planning. Use externally imposed deadlines such as conference papers that need to be written and meeting with your supervisor to finish certain parts of your research and to document these. Add self-imposed deadlines to make sure you finish your research and your dissertation within your allotted time. And here is my tip number 5. Use technology to your advantage. Don't become a slave to technology by trying out every possible time management app, but fill your toolbox with useful tools. Use cloud-based applications that synchronize across your devices. Use list calendars wisely. Delete applications that distract you or turn off notification. Manage the literature with reference software. Make sure your documents are always backup. Now the tip number 6. Take notes. You don't remember the detail of your experiment when you write your thesis. Keep a lab notebook and keep a research diary. Take note about your work and your thought processes. Document your work along the way, how you prepare it, why you made certain choices, what your assumptions were, and which paper were crucial in coming to these decisions. Later on, you will be able to pull information from this source to put together a conference paper or dissertation chapter. And now the last step, tip number 7, work with student. Outsource a smaller sub-question of your research or a tangentially related question to a BS/MS student. Learning to work with students is an essential teaching skill necessary for your future academic career and can teach you leadership skills that are generally valuable inside and outside of academia. You will also learn how to explain your work to somebody who is new to the topic, and you will enjoy the discussion with your students once she gets an understanding of the topic and come up with her own novel idea. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new to my channel, then please subscribe. Please also like and comment. Thank you very much.